Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Community Focus here on Channel 6 TV. I'm Kenny Fogle, your host. Glad you could be with us tonight. We're going to talk about one of our fine churches here in the Bardstown, Nelson County area. And to tell you a little bit about it, we've got Jerry Powell and Leland Barlow here with us. And Jerry, first of all, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here.
So I know you all have been talking about it. I don't know, are you reviving the church a little bit more, or are you just trying to get the word out of who you are or what's going on?
That's exactly right. We're just trying to get the word out. As a matter of fact, the church has been around for almost 200 years.
I've seen it over many years.
In some form or fashion.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're excited about what we're doing right now. And
so what church are we talking about?
We're talking about Woodlawn United Methodist Church, located on 4110 Woodlawn Road. Mm-hmm. And we've had a lot of things happen in the last 3 or 4 years that not just pertains to our congregation, but for the community.
Yeah.
And we liken the community to join us in a lot of our events, so we open it up.
And yeah, and you do. You're exactly right. It's been around a long time because I've known it's been around for years. I always tell the people it's down by the old store down in Woodlawn,
right.
And people know exactly what you're talking about. And I passed by it probably for decades.
Right.
I've only been in once or twice, but it's one of those places like most churches. You simply take them for granted. You know they're there, but you just don't think a whole lot about walking in the door.
That's right. That's right. Well, it's been here. It's been here back in actually the late 1700s when Joseph Ferguson came and they married Sally Summers, and they bought a plot of land in the early 1900s, and married on Poplar Flat. In fact,
I'm familiar with that area.
So, matter of fact, the building we're in right now is over 100 years old.
Yeah.
And of course, we've done some modifications since then. So we're proud of it, the long tradition and the history of it. And I know Leland's been a part of it.
Well, Leland, you've been a part of the church for several years. I know I believe you're the treasurer, aren't you, the church right now, to make sure bills get paid?
I do that. But, we're fortunate. We're able to keep our head above water. Financially, we're sound. We have no big debts. And we've made improvements over the years, kept the church, in stable condition, and we're proud of it.
Mm-hmm. I've been down to a couple of events you've had, pancake breakfasts over the years, a few things over the years, and I know a few of the people. But if you're a member of the church, what can you expect? I mean, is it a big family? What kind of congregation do you have down there?
A warm, friendly congregation. Always has been. And I was very lucky to be appointed 4 years ago as their pastor. As you know, and maybe a lot of people don't know, but my family is from the Woodlawn area, and to be appointed there was just certainly an honor. And so happy to be there. It's a warm, friendly environment. Matter of fact, we've had several events in the last 3 years, and we call it our social gathering in the summer. And it's something for the community. We don't ask anything, it's just we're giving to the community, and we have some pork chops, and we have ice cream, and we have a lot of desserts and goodies, and we follow that up with a performance of some kind, a gospel group or whatnot, and it's just a joyful event, and I'm happy to say that, some of those times 9 different denominations might be at our church on that given day. And happy to say that.
Yeah, so absolutely.
It's a very welcoming church.
Well, like I said, in addition to the fellowship, there's spirituality. There's the Bible. So, there's a lot of things that goes along that you're trying to get the message out. And how do you go about it? Everybody has a different approach. Some people are fire and brimstone. Some people are very, very subtle. Some people are just, let's have a talk. How does Jerry Powell go about this?
Well, I don't know. I think maybe I'm a little bit of mixture. And maybe Leland can answer this better than I do. I try to preach the gospel every Sunday. Every Sunday that I'm alive, I'll be preaching the gospel. And I don't necessarily think it's fire and brimstone, but it is the gospel, and the gospel is the gospel, and I don't try to make it any other thing.
You might let me interrupt you. I think we're very fortunate to have Jerry. His dad was a minister many years ago at Woodlawn, and but the key word I think was family. You mentioned a while ago. We are, a church family, and we have deep roots. And many of us who have those want to keep the church going. And Jerry's gifted in a way that he can relate, and it's not up over your head, and he can relate. His messages come across where you can understand it, and I think that's good. And
Yeah, I talked to a guy a few days ago, and he's talking about a pastor he had, and I'm not going to complain about any pastor, but he just said the guy just didn't, and that, what you used the word relate, said just didn't relate, and said he spent his time, so I read through the book while he was talking, but said I never understood what he said, so that's that's a tremendous asset right there, is being able to relate to the people that you're trying to reach. So again, you're hidden. That's you're not right on the main road. I mean, you're back. If somebody wants to find your church, they actually have to look for it.
They actually right. As a matter of fact, we just had an event just a couple of weeks ago, and I did go up to one of the local sign companies and made some signs to make sure they knew exactly where to go in that bend of the road there on Poplar Flat. It is hidden. We're trying to utilize more social media, of course, to get the word out and let people know who we are and what we do.
website.
We just created a new website, woodlawnunitedmethodist.com. People can go to that website and see what's going on. That's relatively new. Of course, you have the Facebook page.
Yeah.
And we put a lot of things on that. So if people want to know what's going on with our church, they can go to that as well. We have a thriving youth group right now. Over the last 2 years, it's grown exponentially. It's thriving, and it meets on every Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it's growing.
Yeah.
And
Woodlawn is a very tight-knit community out there, but obviously I'm sure you're trying to reach out even beyond Woodlawn. And people to find out Woodlawn, if you're not real familiar with the area, you get on 605. Between Springfield Road and American Greetings, you're going to find Woodlawn. So that's right in the middle there. So, but it's not hard to find if you're looking.
You're right. And a lot of people know the landmark, like you said, of the old store that used to be
the old
there.
store used to be there.
And it's a shame that it's down because, but the building is still there. But if they know where that old store is, it's just right down there.
And you've got other places to rent out. I mean, as far as rooms to rent, as far as I think you have a basement there or something?
We have a basement. We use our basement and quite often now, and we have rooms upstairs. We don't necessarily rent them out right now, but we utilize them to their capacity. And again, before I got here, they did a great job of maintaining that building. It's been around a long time. And
1908.
1908. As a matter of fact, I was reading something just recently in the history of that church, specifically that church. The Kentucky Standard actually recorded in 1908 that there was a dedication of this new church, and over 2,500 people, if you can imagine, attended that dedication service in 1908.
Yeah.
So that gives us something to hope for.
Absolutely. So, Lena, what attracted you to the church? You got it. How long have you been a member now?
I joined the church when I was 12 years old.
12 years old. I'd say mom and dad had a little bit the same. Why were you went to church then?
Right. So it's been a long time, but
got a special place in your heart.
sure it is. Yeah.
So, well, great. Like I said, that's what we want to do, is have people out there looking for a church, looking for a home, or maybe just wanting to, not satisfied where you are, not trying to steal anybody from anybody else, but people are looking, people are seeking answers. I mean, and I really truly believe that from all denominations. People are seeking a home that and I think you used the word, and I'll overuse it again, they can relate to, and feel like they're part of a family, and I think that's what we're wanting to do today, is let somebody know that you're there.
There are people in our church right now that are not members of our church that come regularly. And our unofficial motto is, we're not looking for membership. We just want everyone to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. And that's what we're looking for.
And your services, when are they?
Presently Sunday morning at 9:30 until 10:30. And we have a Sunday school service at 10:45 immediately afterwards. Again, our youth meets at 6 o'clock on Wednesday nights. And I'd hope everybody goes to that website, because we have some things coming up. For instance, December 9th, we have a Christmas concert. And a group is coming in on December 9th at 5 o'clock. And the group is called 64 to Grayson. And a very popular group. And so much that I had to go through a booking agent to get there.
Really?
Yes, but
And they performed twice before. thinking of.
Well, I put that down on my calendar. I have to try to remember that day.
You'd enjoy it.
I would, yeah. And I don't live too far from there, so you know, I make enough noise, I might hear you anyway.
That's right.
Another thing, back on the youth group, they put together a trip to the Ark this past summer. And we took a whole bus load of the kids and their families. Their mom and dads went with a lot of them. And I think we had about 50 people on the bus.
Well, you know, that's very encouraging because I know a lot of churches, their youth group is probably one of their weakest areas right now because I know I've been to a lot of churches that you don't see a lot of youth in the church anymore, and that's scary because they're the next generation, and hopefully they're the ones going to be filling the churches 20, 30 years from now. As like you said, we're inviting people to come in today, but we need people to continue even past our lifetime.
We were very proud of that. We were expecting 10 to 12, maybe 15 people to go, and it blossomed into 50 so much that we rented a motor coach, air-conditioned motor coach, and paid for it, paid for the food, paid for the event, and it was a great day.
So Woodlawn United Methodist Church,
Yes.
located in downtown Woodlawn, so you can't miss it. It's off 605 in Nelson County. You got the Pastor Jerry Powell and the Treasurer Leland Barlow here with us today, and they're inviting you to come on down and give them a visit. Check out their Facebook page or website, and give them a call. I'm sure you're in the phone book or somewhere that someone wants to get a hold of you.
They can give them a number right now.
Give them a number.
502-460-3475. Give me a call.
All right, well, you got the new family. They're just waiting to meet you. So come on in and check them out. So stick around. A lot more to come. We do appreciate you all being here today, and wish you the best. And may God be with you. Like I said, we can never talk about this enough.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thanks a lot. We'll be right back with more right after this.